What's good, everyone? Chris here from Slips.n.tipps, back for another NBA video, and it's good to be back on camera talking to you guys about the NBA and about these picks. It's been a while. I was doing some traveling, so I missed making video content, but I still had my tips live on my community feed here on YouTube, as well as my free Instagram and Telegram page. That's public, so yeah, go and show some love, guys. If you're new here, guys, I post free picks for a bunch of sports, not just the NBA. I post it on my Instagram, that's public. Go and check me out and follow my page, as well as my Telegram group, which is free to subscribe to. I've got a bunch of extra NBA parlays and exclusive that I throw in Telegram as well. So yeah, that's my socials, guys. Now, if you are following me, you guys have known it's been a bit of a cold run of the NBA. I'm not proud. Today was decent, but for me, a good day is a sweep. I post my 4 picks. I put a bunch of units on each of them individually, but I sprinkle a couple of units on the parlay altogether. And if you know, when those sweeps hit, it's a great day for Slips and Tips and for everyone who tailed. Now, for these 4 picks, they're 4 overs. A couple of plays I haven't really bet on before, so hopefully we build a good relationship and hopefully they're good to us. So I won't waste any more time, guys. Let me talk about the first one with you, and it's Wendell Carter Jr. from the Magic to go over his rebounding line, which is set to 7.5. So I'm taking his over because he's done this in 6 of his last 7 games, and 5 of his last 7 games against the Hornets, averaging 8.7 rebounds per game. He's also done this in 3 of his last 4 home games, where the Magic are playing tonight at home, and the Hornets are 28th in rebounds against. So I think this is a great matchup. If you know NBA right now, you know the Hornets are a bottom of the table team, and they kind of suck in all categories, but rebounding is definitely one of them. Now, the Magic being favorites at home obviously comes with a bit of a red flag in a sense of it could be a blowout. I don't really have any solid arguments for the Hornets here to say this should be a really competitive spot. I'm just hoping that he sees his minutes, because I think if he does see his minutes and if this is a somewhat competitive game, I think he can get 8 rebounds and hopefully get it by the 3rd quarter. He's coming off a bad rebounding game, but before that he was very solid, ending right on 8 and even having more than 10 a couple of times. So he's capable of getting the double digits. I just think this is a good spot for him. He's got the size. The Magic are looking dangerous, and the Hornets are just a really good matchup for him. So that's why I'm taking the over. That's my first pick, guys. Now for my second pick, it's going to be another game that I'm really liking, but Fred VanVleet for 3+ made threes is my pick that I'm also loving for this Rockets game. So VanVleet has made 3+ made threes in 7 of his last 8 games and 4 of his last 5 games against the Wizards, averaging 3.3 made threes per game when he versus them. He's also hit this in 3 of his last 4 away games, and he's a 38.3% three-point shooter this season, which is pretty good. Like I was saying in a previous video, if you're anywhere near 40 plus, I mean, you're considered above average in the NBA. So yeah, he's a great three-point shooter. And I just think this was better than taking his points line. His points line was set to 20.5. I was going to water it down to 20 plus, but I figured, you know what? If he's going to get to 20, he's probably going to make 3+ threes anyway. I would rather just take it here and just call it a day, because he can really do this by halftime. I mean, this is against the Wizards, who aren't looking strong, but the Wizards have home advantage. So that's something positive. Hopefully it's competitive. Hopefully he gets his usual 8 or 9 attempts, because when he gets around 8 or 9 attempts, he's usually very solid in hitting 3 or 4 made threes per game. So yeah, I'm really liking it. Like I said, if the attempts are there, if it's a competitive spot, I think this is better than his points line. But if you don't like it, his points line is also looking pretty good. So yeah, I just think VanVleet can go out and cook the Wizards, and the Rockets can have themselves a game there. That's my second pick, guys. Now for my third pick, we're going with one of my favorite players, one of everyone's favorite players, Victor Wembanyama, to go over 10.5 rebounds. He's done this in 6 of his last 8 matches and 6 of his last 8 home games, which is really important. He's also hit this, the Mavs are also 26th in rebounds against, and he's at home. Now, Luka is listed as game time decision, so there's actually a chance that Luka might not play. I mean, I think he will play. I mean, these GTGs, game time decisions, they're pretty untrustworthy when they're there. It's more of just like a precautionary thing. But if he doesn't play, this will make it a much more competitive game, where the Spurs might actually say, hang on, we could probably win this and hopefully avoid a blowout. So yeah, I think the line is good at 10.5. I personally think this line should have been at 11.5. And when I was looking at the betting markets earlier today, it actually was 11.5. So to see it go down to 10.5, I'm taking it there. I think that's great. I think that's where it should be. He's averaging 11.7 rebounds over his last 10 games. And the Mavericks, if you know me, I always talk about them. Whenever I see a Mavericks game, I look at the opposition's big man, because they just suck at getting rebounds and they're not a good rebounding team. So that's why I'm liking Wemby. I mean, he's like 10,000 foot tall. He's a freak. He's one of my favorite players, and he's at home, where I always tell you guys, when you want to bet on a rookie, I think taking them at home is just much better, because as a rookie, historically, they just play better and the numbers are way higher at home. So Wemby's our third pick, guys. Now for my last pick, some of you guys might like this, maybe not, but I'm taking Dennis Schroeder from the Nets to go over 22.5 points, rebounds, plus assists, PRA. He's done this in 8 of his last 10 games, averaging 27.4 PRAs per game over this latest stretch. He's also hit this in 4 home games straight, which is really important because the Nets are back home after a 6-game road stretch where they haven't been playing at home for a while. Now, there's obviously a blowout chance here. They're up against the Pelicans, who are red hot right now, who are looking pretty healthy as well. So we need it to be competitive, just like pretty much all of these picks today on this slate. I'm hoping there's no blowout in a sense where these guys can hit their lines and get their usual minutes. But I think Schroeder's capable of getting 10 plus assists any game. He's just that guy and that playmaker. We need him to make his threes. And I think, yeah, if he gets his dimes, if he makes his threes, he should have a good game. 22.5 is pretty low in my opinion. He's seeing a lot of minutes over his last 10 games. I looked at his minute log and it just keeps going up in a sense where it's like 30, 33, 35, 38, 42. I mean, it's really, the minutes is what got me, and his record at home is really why I think he can go over his PRA line. So those are my 4 picks, guys. Like I say in every single video, I want to sweep. I want you guys who are tailing me to hit that sweep because it's awesome. But 3 out of 4 will be second best option. Now, quick announcement as well before I wrap this video up. I'm bringing back the ladder challenge. I'm going to post another separate video for it, but I'm going to bring it back. It's been a while. I'm taking out a relic from the archives and we're going to have some fun with the ladder challenge. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, if you're new here, guys, thanks for supporting my channel. Let's grow Slips and Tips. Hopefully, we want to get to 10K by the end of the year. That would be awesome. And yeah, you guys have been great. My Instagram, my Telegram, you guys know the deal. It's all for free. Show some love. Thanks, guys. Let's get them ticks and let's get a sweep, hopefully. Good luck.